Hello, welcome to the Hang Clean stretch class. The Hang Clean is from your sustained lunge position where we add the cleans, and we're going to be countering and stretching out hip, glute, inner thigh, all that area. This class has no music, so make sure you turn up your own, and let's come down for a shin stretch. Bring your knees together, sit on the tops of your feet so you're on your heels. Place your hands right next to your shins or halfway between your ankle and your knee, and then lift your knees up, pressing down through the tops of your feet. Your knees are touching and you'll feel a deep stretch in the tops of the shins. Rock forward and back, trying to get the knees as high into your chest as you can. Side stretch. Sit on the shins, inhale, reach both arms overhead, and then exhale, lean all the way over towards the right side. Inhale to come back to center, and exhale, lean towards the left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up and exhale left, moving with your own breath, stretching the full length of your body from your hip to your shoulder. Do 2 more on each side, and then pause at the center. Last time. Twist. At the center, inhale to lengthen and exhale, turn towards the left hip bone. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, look back. Your opposite hand is on your knee, adding some force, and when you're ready, switch sides. Inhale to lengthen, belly tight, and exhale to rotate, shoulders turn. Each inhale is to grow taller, and each exhale is to twist. Child's pose. Keep your knees touching. Fold forward over your thighs. Your fingertips reach back towards your toes, forehead to the floor, opening up the lower back. Relax your belly here, and breathe deeply through your mouth. Every exhale passes through the lips. Knees are together to release and open the lower spine. Inhale, press both palms down into the mat and do one last shin stretch. Draw knees into the chest, press through the tops of the feet, pressing down firmly with the arms. Release into a tabletop position and tap out the tops of your feet. Shake them out, tap them out. When you're ready, extend your left leg behind you. Curl your toes under. You have a straight left leg. Rock forward and back to stretch through the calf. Make your way to lizard. Step your left foot outside the left hand. Toes turn open. Knee moves away from the body at a 45-degree angle. And then lean your hips in towards the center. Come forward and back, working open into the right inner groin. Your left leg pulls, activating the hamstring, moving your hips towards the left side of the mat, stretching the right inner groin. Pigeon. Catch your left ankle and draw it to the right side of your mat. Your shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Lift the chest, start tall. Right leg is behind you. Right leg is straight and neutral. Feeling the stretch in the right hip flexor, and then folding forward to feel a stretch in the left glute. Breathe here on the forearms, or you can come all the way down with forehead to the floor. Inhale to come back up to palms. Release your pigeon. Lizard on the other side. Come back through a kneeling position, step the right foot outside the right hand. Right toes open to a 30-degree angle, knee opens away from the body. Utilizing your right hamstring, pull and draw your hips over to the right side of the mat, stretching the left inner groin. Hold your lizard, breathe here, and when you're ready, we'll find pigeon on this side. Right ankle draws over to the left side of the mat, shin parallel to the front edge, and start tall. Lower your left hip bone 1 inch, left leg is straight back behind you, hips are level, and when you feel ready, forward fold onto the forearms to feel a stretch in the right glute. If you're comfortable on forearms, you can stay there. Otherwise, you can come all the way down with your chest and forehead to the floor. On your next inhale, come back up through the palms, hamstring stretch. Press back onto your left knee, extend the right leg forward in front of you. You can sit back on your heel, your toes flex back, right leg is flexed and active as you fold forward. Maybe you can get your forehead to your knee. On your next inhale, come on up and switch sides, passing through the kneeling position. Sit on the heel, left leg is straight, engage the kneecap to flex the quad, toes towards your face. "90-90 stretch. Inhale through your kneeling position. Take a seat on the mat. Your right leg is in front of you, 90-degree angles from your knee and your hip. Your left leg is out to the side, 90-degree angles from your knee to your hip. So your legs are 2 right angles. Press both hands down firmly. Lift and lengthen. You want a tall spine, and sit down on the left hip bone. Left hip bone needs to lower as if that sit bone's going to touch the floor. Your left leg is experiencing an internal rotation, right leg experiencing an external rotation. Stay tall, try to lift and lengthen to the sky. When you're ready, we'll transition to the other side. Drop your knees over. Now your left leg is in front, right leg is out, away from the body at a 90-degree angle to the right side, and left leg is in front, 90-degree angle from the knee to the hip. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, lower the right hip bone down towards the floor. You're simultaneously lengthening, lifting out of the waist, as you lower right hip bone down. Inhale to come out of it, both hands behind your back, and windshield wipe your knees side to side. Side body stretch. Extend the right leg straight, left heel to your groin. Start with your leg at a 45-degree angle from your body. Your chest is coming forward and small pulses here. Feel a stretch through the inner groin and lower back. Once you're comfortable with forearms on the floor, pause and flex your right foot back a little bit more activating here. Draw the right elbow into the right inner thigh, reach left hand to the sky and eyes look up. Reach over towards your toes, feeling a stretch in the left side body. Pressing through the elbow into the inner thigh, rotating chest up towards the sky. On your inhale, come on out and switch legs. Left leg straightens, right heel to groin. Start with a 45-degree angle, your chest facing dead center, and small pulses down the middle. When you're comfortable, release onto forearms and pause. You're gripping the ground, trying to tilt your pelvis by pulling the mat towards your hips. Your goal is to get the fronts of your hip bones down to the ground with your tailbone rising. Left foot is flexed, left leg is active. And on your next breath, draw your left elbow to the inner thigh, right hand to the sky, reach over towards the toes. You're pressing actively through the forearm elbow into the inner thigh so that you can rotate and twist chest to the sky. Fire log. Inhale to come on up. Your right leg will be on the bottom, 90-degree angle from the front of your body, shin parallel to the edge of the mat. Left ankle stacks on top of the right knee. Left knee will stack on top of the right ankle. You're 90-degree angles, and you may have some gap between your knee, ankle, and floor. Place your hands behind your back, lift the chest, tall spine, and hold. Your goal will eventually be to get knees to the ground and knee down on top of the ankle so that your shins are flat pressed together. Slowly edge forward, hinging at the hips with a tight belly, a long spine, a neutral neck. One day you'll be able to fold all the way forward. Again, you have 90-degree angle knees. So your ankle is forward in line with your knee, parallel to the front edge of the mat. Resist allowing your heel to slide in towards your opposite hip. Twist. Place your left foot down on the ground. Sit bones are level. Inhale, right hand to the sky, and exhale, turn towards your left bent leg. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, twist. Each inhale is to lengthen, and each exhale is to deepen. Fire log on the other side. Left leg will be down at the bottom. Let's set it up first. Left leg is in front, 90-degree angle from the knee, so ankle is forward, shin parallel to the edge of the mat. Stack the right leg on top. Ankle over knee, shin parallel to the front of the mat. Hands behind the back, press your chest forward, tall spine, and pause. Your knees may float in space, but eventually they will come all the way down. Remember, your ankle is forward in line with your knee, parallel to the edge of the mat. Resist allowing your heel to slide in towards your opposite hip. You want your feet forward. As you deepen the stretch, you'll hinge even more so, until your chest can be on top of your right shin. Twist. Slide your right foot off onto the floor with your knee lifted. Both sit bones are level. Left hand to the sky and exhale, turn. Right hand behind the back like a kickstand. Remember, each inhale is to lengthen and each exhale is to twist. Release your twist. Place both feet down on the ground and windshield wipe your knees side to side. Whew. Your hips will be feeling that. Let's move on to half frog. This is a modified version of frog, taking it baby steps. Come on up into a kneeling position. We're starting with half frog on our right leg. Sit back on your left heel. Your knee will be forward. Your right leg is 90-degree angles from your torso. You want the hip stacked right over in the same plane as your knee. Your right leg is out away from the body and you're stretching through the right inner groin. Your heel is a 90-degree angle from your knee. On your inhale, come up and let's switch. 90-degree angle legs, just like our stag or 90-90 stretch. Focus on the left leg and just rest most of your body weight on your right heel. Your goal is to get your hip to draw down towards the ground to stretch through the inner thigh. On your inhale, come on up, cow face. Take a seat, both sit bones down. Your left leg will be on the bottom, right leg stacked on top. Your goal is to get knees one on top of the other. So you may start like this in our twist position, but eventually you'll be able to draw the right ankle towards the left hip bone so that the knees stack. Your feet come out from the sides of your body. Start tall, hands behind the back, lengthen through the spine, and then each exhale, you slowly hinge forward. Eventually, your chest will lay down on top of the right knee. Deep breaths here. This is an intense hip stretch. Release. It's awkward. You got to manually move your legs and then windshield wipe your knees side to side. We'll do the other side. Right leg is on the bottom. Pull the knee in closed, then left leg on top. You may start here with sit bones level, or you can deepen, draw your left ankle towards the right hip bone, stacking the knees one on top of the other. Hands behind your back like kickstands. Find a tall spine. Gently hinge forward as you exhale, belly tight, deepening the hip stretch. This is a lot of internal rotation, so take it at your own pace. Some of you might be able to get your chest all the way on top of your knee. On your inhale, come on up. Release your legs. They'll be very stiff and windshield wipe your knees side to side. We move on to external rotation with frog. Frog is here using the length of your mat. Your knees will be wide, right angles from your torso, with your ankles in line with your knees. Just like in the 90-90 stretch, you have a 90-degree angle in your knees and a 90-degree angle from your hip. I'll show you from the side. "90-degree angles from the torso to the thigh, knee, and hip. If your hips are back, that's no bueno. If your hips are too far forward, that's also no bueno. You need to make sure that your hips are in line with the knees, 90-degree angle from your torso. So find your position, flex your feet, knees separate extra far apart, forearms to the floor, and breathe here. If you're comfortable in this type of a straddle, you can lower your chest all the way down and bring one ear down to the mat. If you can get your chest and ear down, then your hands can reach back, catch right under the backs of your knees, and breathe. Your hands assisting your knees to separate further apart. On your inhale, come all the way back through, forearms down. Draw your heels towards your glutes to come out. Rock back, take a seat on your heels, and let's find a child's pose together. Draw your knees together one last time, knees touching, forehead to the floor, and hands reach back behind you. This is the last pose for our class. Try to sink and be heavy. Allow your lower back to release. On your inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take a comfortable seated position. I want to thank you for joining me. This is our Hang Clean stretch class meant to be taken after the Hang Clean beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next class. Have a great day.